thank you to you for the invite. Really appreciate it, guys.
So, can we just ask you what do you think about the tournament, man, and about your performance at this
The, to-
moment?
the tournament is very great, a great organization, an organization that permits to play against great players and to have a very tough game. My performance for now is just like I'm becoming Mr. X because I have done only ties. So it's not easy. The mood is very smooth, very difficult. It's hard to say which were the two players that will through to the group in our group stage, but I am seeing the other groups and they are very equilibrated. So I think that all the tournament shows that there is a very huge and high level.
Uh, we saw also your games in first championship, and can you please compare uh, your your participating in the first one and now? How do you see? How do you feel? How do you think? Which is better? Which is maybe a little bit worse? Just in this stage, maybe you can compare some.
Yes, of course. I think that now the season is ending, so many players have development their game. So it's just like we are all more powerful, and we can overcome with tactics, bugs, and any tips that are in the games. In the first part, it was a great organization, just like that. So the organization and Esel was top in both the occasions, but it's just like all the players now are balanced, like the mood. So it's very difficult to understand who will be the better player and who will be the final winner, both or winner bracket, both of winner bracket and both of loser bracket. It's very difficult to do prediction.
Hmm. But who can you name? Just maybe best, maybe top five players, or no. Let's stay on okay, top two players just for the finals, for example, in the League of Champions, of course.
I have to say for sure an Italian because I'm Italian,
Hmm.
so I have to say that. I think that Raf is very, very strong, a good
Hmm.
player. He has a lot of talent for the game. I have seen, I have saw all the season that Rox has made. Is a very, very, very tough opponent. It's just like we are rivals in some way since the Euro 2020. So if I have to do two names, I say that, but I can think even too hard. I think to Medni that was very not lucky, in the first part of the tournament. I think to many players. There is Miguel, there is Jose. It's very difficult to say the top two. I can say a top
Yeah.
10 maybe.
Yeah. So it's too much. Okay. And I just want to ask right now at this moment, how much enjoyment do you get from streaming eFootball? And I mean exactly from the gameplay in this patch, in this just at this time, these days. Can you explain a little bit more about your enjoyment just from
Yes.
currently from eFootball?
Yes, I think that this moment it's not easy to stream because it's not like the gameplay that have many difficult things. Like in my opinion, a lot of CPU in defense. Many times you have a clear shoot, a clean shoot, and the defender goes exactly in the trajectory of the possible shoot. So it become
Block
very
shots?
difficult to yes,
Mm.
it became very difficult to shoot, and I think that this kind of adjustment that Konami has done is just to simplificate the things for the players that have difficult to defend, but it's not like even these players are happy of that because in the same time they have great difficult to attack. For the late of contents, I think that the policy of Konami is not good because the community is asking just like a co-op master and other things, even the football pro or Coppa Italia, then I think that they won't be good in numbers. They expectate much and more from these events, and this a
Yeah.
shame in this way. I think that is a lose occasion because if you have more communication, if you have more attractiveness even in the game, just like Esel is doing, I think that the spectacular can be even greater. So system like Football Pro are much difficult even for the players that are cut out, and even for the new players that can show. We know that
Yeah.
Roxa, Ettore,
Hmm.
Dominator, all the players that are participating in the pro are very strong players. We all know that, but I think that a competition like that give many chances, and for the future to have many numbers, we have to involve all the strong players and that we have to involve the content creators so they can understand what community wants. I enjoy ever to play PES because the football for me is just like a son of PES, but I think that is a great game with huge potential, but not used in a good way, in my personal opinion.
Hmm. Yeah. Just can
Um,
accept it a little bit outdated. I agree with you.
I know that.
and how? Oh, sorry. How do you think also about we understood about IE support? There is too much in some moments, in some cases when just CB is helping to save the clean sheet and so on. But also, which changing are you expecting in the next patch, which is mostly annoying you?
I would like to have much liberty in dribbling. The football update was starting with the idea of have free dribbling. That was like a
Yeah.
cut with the past. Even in PES, I have won a lot in PES, both PES 2020 and PES 2021. But the feeling was always that we can jump the man, put the back, and cover the ball. Football as power up not only the skill but the dribbling itself. So it was good in the start, but as I say before, trying to make simple the things to the all the players of PES, they have denatured themselves. So I expect just like a pass in that direction that the football has taken 1 year ago, and most of all, much of the gameplay I expect. Events, I expect something that involves community, not only cards, because
Hmm.
cards are good, but they became good if you can use that in some events. For example, I try to be brief. For example, we think to the last season 5. No, we have a lot of players from J League that you have to pay to
Yeah.
have. You have a lot of epics, you have a lot of icon, you want to earn, you can put these players for some money, but you have to create an event where the players are obliged to use that player, and then they can earn monies in game. So they invest, but they regain the monies and they use even different players. So I think that the strategy of marketing of Konami is not good. It's just like in a some way they hate money. Like I don't know how to say different, honestly.
Yeah, and LB, he just told us about manual passes as well, as you told before. Big mechanic it was, and back in the days with this manual L1 and right button, when you can just call your player to run and all of this, and they
Exactly.
deleted this for some reason. Okay, but we understood about this one. But can you tell us which game is your first and which one is your favorite was back in the days? Can you explain?
For me, the best PES that they have done is PES 2010. I really love
Hmm.
that because it was a title that has exit after two PES that were not so good, like 2008 and 2009, and it was a complex game, no? Both dribbling, both many passes, good speed, but revolutionary in a certain sense, just like it was, for example, PES 2018. And in a certain sense, the end of the cycle was PES 2020. But
Hmm.
how can I say, the fact that there was not intercept, the fact that you have an automatic pressing, it was just like something is were missing, something was missing. So if football has done a pass furthermore on this, so even in football, I really enjoyed to play, especially the first version that has exit in April, and it was absurd because the 09 for me was the, without any words, the worst football game ever that was done, considering even FIFA, in my personal
Yeah,
opinion,
of
for me.
course, yes, yes.
So, as you say, many tips that were cut out, like put the player in profundity, or put or call the player, can be a good improvement. I think that with a large CPU like that in defense, to reput this tip can be a good improvement, but it's just like we have to correct many things, even because I think that competitive and events will be heaven and ever if the game will grown up on Dream Team. So we have to have much liberty of dribbling, and of course the game will be more enjoyable even for the players that are not competitive. I think that a good game have to think before to the players that are not competitive, because it's 1% of the audience, and then do a great competitive with good rules, and a great ranking, a good ranking, where you can see the players that are strong, and societies, teams, esports teams can check the best player, even to have a rechange of generation, in my personal opinion.
By the way, we have noticed that in last games, maybe after the last patch, looks like this. Uh, how do you think? What do you think about the referee's decisions sometimes, especially in the box?
I think that this is the greatest problem of PES, not only of eFootball. I think that Konami has great difficult to recalculate the algorithm of the refereeing. Because some mistakes are the same of PES, like the rule when you have a penalty, or this kind of things. The games goes forward, the ref doesn't stop the game, and sometimes I think that a problem of eFootball is that many offside we have seen, even with my community, and even with other players, many offside are not reality, are not in reality, because they are not truthful, if I have to say the correct word, because the player is not in offside. So the greatest problem of this game, putting apart the contents, putting apart some themes of the gameplay, is exactly the referee that is totally too redone. Red cards, yellow cards give in circumstances that are totally random, or for example, the game that is stopped when you have a not good tackle from the opponent, but is in the ball, and the ref stop the game. It's not good. So the thing that is terrible of this game is the refereeing, the real thing on the of the gameplay. The other things, in my opinion, are valuable. No, are just like you can have an opinion, somebody can have another opinion, but the referee is the worst thing. So I hope for a good ref in the next football 2024.
Yeah, big one. And can you just name to us your favorite no eFootball game?
There is a lot of Konami. I am doing even a rubrica on my YouTube channel that is, how can I say, a remember of the gameplay Metal Gear
Mhm.
Solid. My nickname
Oh,
is coming from Gray Fox.
uh-huh.
So it's just like it's a pleasure to replay this game. I love even shonen like games like Dragon Ball, Naruto, the
Mm,
games that I remember, no, the anime world, and for me the best game was Metal Gear, of course, but The Last of Us was incredible. In the free time, I love to play Call of Duty just because we are in party. I hate war. I hate war. I hate
mhm,
games of war, but when it's total fake and when you are with friends, it's just like is a mood to change the game and do something else with your virtual friends that many times become real friends here on football and here in general on the PSN world or Xbox world and the other consoles that are present, even PC. So I love so much video games. I am so sorry to see Konami with the football in this condition. I really hope that they understand that they have a great product that have millions of fans and just a few, and this game can become the great game that was, even because many players of FIFA are interested in the game, but they come to the game and they don't find anything, and this is really sad, I think.
mhm.
Yes, we noticed also that on your YouTube channel we saw a Metal Gear walkthrough. So
Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
I'm also excited to watch this. And thank you very much, Alonso, for joining us, and
Thanks to you
wish you good
guys.
luck to
Thanks.
the
Thanks
nearest
a lot.
game, El Matador.
Yes. And can you
I'm
make
really happy that
fast prediction?
that Matador can come. I'm really sorry because after the game I have to run to work, so I cannot
Hmm.
participate the game. So I'm really happy that
It's okay.
We can play. But a
Yeah.
prediction, I prefer not. Honestly, I prefer
Okay. So good luck. Good luck, man.
to not say nothing. Of course, we will see in the on the field. We will see on the field.
Hmm.
Thank
Thank you
you,
so much
thank you.
for the
So
invite.
yes, yes, thank you. Good luck. And so we are about to start.